Okay, so we back again with another one. And this time we're not in our regular place. We in nature, nigga. Shit. I started recording a video. It was 10 minutes long. I want to have a conversation about life and sitting in stillness and being appreciative for moments like being rejected and what can come out of the feeling of being rejected. So that's what I'm talking about today. And one door closes, another door opens. And I think now more than ever, I'm so much more grounded in who I am than what I was 5 months ago, than what I was 5 years ago, than what I was 15 years ago. I love the person that I'm becoming, and I'm letting myself, in my own pace and time, revert back to who Zoe truly is, inner child me. And I feel like she showed up in different ways and glimpses of my life, but now more than ever, she's just super vibrant and loud, and she's vocal, and she's full of abundance and excitement and joy and jubilee. It's all these different things. And it's really exciting to see my current self and how I actually really reflect her now more than ever. I always said I never really had a fear, you know what I'm saying? No regrets. But in shadow work and reflection, I've realized that I have a fear, or I had a fear of rejection. Whew. It feels good to let out. Now, why do I feel like I have a fear of rejection? I feel like I had, and how I accumulated is because being a queer child early on, growing up in a heteronormative, or several heteronormative spaces, several spaces that were trying to conform me to different things morally I just didn't align with at an early age. I knew who I was at an early age. I was very strong-minded, strongly opinionated, headstrong, stubborn, all the things that a Capricorn, you know what I'm saying? But there's great attributes about being a Capricorn. And then in January, that bitch, the best Capricorn you can come by, bitch, don't play with me. So I think the fear of rejection came from secondhand experiences of watching other queer counterparts or people experience rejection in their homes, being a queer child, and then also dealing with forms of rejection as a queer child. So I came out to my parents at an early age. Came out to my parents at 9 years old. I was like, boys is cute. I felt a little something, but girls. I'm like, man, you know, she's so pretty. She's so stylish. She not the fattest I was in there, but yeah, man. I look at myself as a free spirit, you know what I'm saying? In certain confinements, you know. I got bounds, I got limits. There's things I will not do, and there's things I will do. But I do admire the people that just feel like they can date and be with whoever. I admire them because I think for so long I did everything that my parents and my surrounding village thought I should do instead of what I really, truly, honestly wanted to do. I feel like I had some outlets of things that I could do on my own, and I showed up in a way of me being authentic. But I feel like up until now, I wasn't as open to giving myself permission to live a life of feeling present and still with who I truly am. And an outlet or avenue of sexuality and gender expression, I definitely admire people that are gender fluid, non-binary. I love my bisexual women, love my pansexual women, love them. I know a lot of lesbians hate them or I don't dislike them. It's a lot of discourse against the bides and the pants and the dance and the lands and the hands. But honestly, I think most of, maybe aside from maybe like one or two, all of the women I've dated romantically have been involved emotionally, mentally, physically, intimately with a man. And I feel like they should be able to have those experiences to balance themselves over. That's what they feel like they need to do. Me, on the other hand, I like be a bad bitch. Always with a, hold on, wait. I like be a bad bitch. Always with a bad bitch. Never had a. Yeah, I love my bad bitches. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We single, we in era being single, and I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know the cars got something out for me. You know what I'm saying? I know God got something out for me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, ladies, ladies, leave me alone type shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm super excited for the direction my life is headed in. Now that I'm fully free. I prefer women. Men look nice. They look great. They look beautiful. Y'all be looking a little tasty too, you know what I'm saying? But I think that's a little too grown. I be joking. I be playing with my friend. I be playing, talking shit. But honestly, you know what I'm saying? To really sit down, lay down and take dick, like real dick, from like a nigga, that might not be so bad for my bitches that like niggas. But I gotta love-hate relationship with niggas. I think that's too grown. I'm not that grown to be laying down and getting dick from a nigga. And let a nigga nut at me. And now I'm pregnant with kids. No, but I know that's not all. I know that's not all that come with, laying down with a man, stuff like that. I will be honest, as a woman that prefers women, I do wonder sometimes how it is to deal with a man. And I think that's okay to be curious. I'm very comfortable in my sexuality. Maybe a little too comfortable in my sexuality. Y'all don't see the sexual side of me. If you follow my spam, I'm very much so classy, gracefully sensual and sexual. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for the women that I got the chance to experience, because it gave me an overall outlook on how some women think, how they move, and how they are, how they exist. And it's definitely helped me grow into the person I am. And ultimately, they're a reflection of me to a certain extent. So some part of me resonated with them enough to keep them in my energy and in my space. Whether that was because I was people pleasing and settling, or because I genuinely enjoyed their time, effort, and energy, and some of the things that they could do for me. I'm really excited for more experiences, romantic experience, intimate experiences with women. Romantic interpersonal relations aren't the only thing on my bucket list of things to do. A lot of women are programmed to feel like they gotta get married early, they gotta have kids, they gotta all these different things. They be trying to confine us into this big ass, beautiful, small ass box of shit we gotta do as a woman, and patriarchy. We can go on and on and on and on. But I really do value a really good relationship, a really healthy relationship. most recent relationship, it wasn't perfect, but there were a lot of different healthy qualities, of her, and a lot of different healthy aspects of the relationship. Some stuff that I will, like with any relationship, you're gonna keep what resonates with you, that helps you grow into the person you are today, and you're going to discard the things that weren't so pretty and nice and great about being in a relationship with that person or that person. Ultimately, I think it was a little bit of a karmic relationship. It's Capricorn and Scorpio. But I think Capricorn, Scorpio, we have a really good, Scorpios and Capricorns, I think we have a really good banter. I think we have excellent sexual chemistry. And I think because, like, Capricorn is down, Scorpio is submissive, it just worked out. So it worked for as long as it could. Ultimately, I feel like I need a partner that is fluid in both their masculinity and femininity, and is also fluid in both their dominant and submissive side. You know what I'm saying? I'm open to all of the aligned, healthy, the best of the best when it comes to being involved with a woman moving forward. I just want everything to be spiritually heightened, emotionally grounded, mentally grounded, physically present, sexually expansive and expressive. And hey, and this is me cutting in. We edited me in the editing booth, you know what I'm saying? But what I was trying to say was, I want the realm of sex to be expansive, spontaneous, liberating, equally yoked, spiritual, nurturing, caring. I've had my experiences for sure, but there are so many women that need to be educated about their own bodies, let alone another woman's body. You think being a woman, loving woman, you have your own coochie, everything just works out. No, actually things don't always work out like that. But that's also okay. I know for me, moving forward, I'm looking for a partner that's comfortable in her skin, comfortable in her sexuality, her intimate, like knows how to be intimate. It's comfortable with the idea of intimacy. There's no real barriers. She's present emotionally. She's present mentally. So things can be stimulating. So she's aware of her needs and wants and her desires. What are her fantasies? So forth and so on. But it's also welcoming and excited for what makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no virgin. Girl, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna figure it out. Or I'm just about to lay here on the bed. Some people, it works. The pillow princess and touch me not situation, they'll have each other into eternity, for eternity. I'm just not that type of girl. Either way, I'm more fluid. I'm considered what you would call a verse or a switch. So yeah, I feel like this gave what it needs to give. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all a little more insight. For lack of a better term or words, I found myself listening back to the video and I'm like, I gotta put my 2 cents in and really just articulate what goes through my mind. And I'm young and I'm just ready for whatever the world has to offer. Preferably in the package of a woman. So yes, let's continue the video. Thanks for listening. When you're a sexual person, and so you got a lot of healing energy. I got this hoodie on because it is a little cold. And I also feel like my little bun is giving Zuko or Chorus, Kier, whatever the fuck. waterbender girl's brother. I don't know. I forgot the nigga name. He got on my nerves. So bad. But he was so right in certain instances, and other instances he was just being a dumb nigga. Hoodie on. But I still look cute though, bitch. I still take your bitch. And your nigga might want me, but he can't have me. But if I needed that, I would have had it. And I'll be having to channel my sexual energy into creativity. Because I don't be wanting to, and then I work around, and that's another thing too. I'm empathic, and I also feel like my energy is contagious, and I also feel like my presence makes people feel a different type of way. There's people out here that's turned on, attracted to me, and I feel that, and it'd be like, ugh. And then I'll be around, and then when I work my part-time job, I work around, it's like a predominantly male space. Like most avenues of career paths that I've been doing, they've just been all these niggas. All these niggas. You know, it ain't no shade to the kings. Shade to the men's is, you know what I'm saying? I got y'all little third leg, I got y'all little piece and shit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no shade to them. But yeah, I don't want to be around all of that. It's a lot of all that little testosterone, and yeah, it be a lot going on. It be like a lot of homoerotic things going on in that aspect too. But we talk about that another day, another topic for another day. And reshaping my perception of women. So I feel like because I haven't had a woman really explore me and has felt free enough to be super authentic to explore me in the way that I need them to, which will require them to be free enough and comfortable enough with themselves to do so. It's just been kind of like restricting, you know, in a way. Well, not restricting. I guess restricting, but it's been kind of been like, well, no restriction. It's restricting. It's been kind of restricting, you know, because I feel like everybody should be able to get their nut. Everybody should be able to feel happy and free and secure. And I definitely shouldn't be one-sided. Previous relationships, our love languages didn't align fully, or like it aligned in certain areas, but then in other areas not so much. And I'm just not a bitch that's about to be out here just popping coochie or popping another woman's coochie just to pop it. I'm very, very intentional, very spiritual bitch. Y'all be having shit on you. The niggas don't be just having shit on them and they see me. Women be having shit in their eggs and in their body and their spirit and their soul. Women they be having a lot of shit. Luckily, I've been divinely guided and protected enough. Thank you, God. Thank you, ancestors. Not to be taken down from some of these women demons that I've encountered, but it's out there. Now more than ever, I can really be myself, and that can look however I want it to look. And I don't like limiting myself. I don't like labeling myself too much. But I guess if you're a black woman and you present yourself masculine in a lot of different ways, or you show up energetically masculinely, and you predominantly date women, you're predominantly black, date women, you're black, and you show up, you appear masculine in different ways, shape and form, I guess you would call me a stud, or a stem, or a lesbian, or a butch, or a this or that, or a hat, this or that, and a hat, and a cat, and a that, and a hat, and a hat. Recent years, I haven't been as active with those labels, only because they don't really fully resonate with who I am. But at the same time, I do watch content, and it be like, this is so funny, this is so real, this is everything it needs to be, and I'm gonna repost this. Like I just saw a video about a girl basically reacting to like how niggas be like real misogynistic and really predatory in the comments of women, and that are predominantly that are masculine presenting, or that consider themselves a stud. And I really related to that because niggas be on weird shit. For me, it's about me being unapologetically queer and unapologetically me unapologetically vocal, and being unapologetically authentic. Unfuckable. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you, and you. All the bitches are talking shit about me. That's why I created a new fucking page, because the bitches was talking shit about me. And so now, y'all probably still talking shit about me, but guess what? I ain't gotta see that. You ain't being. I don't want to see you being fake to me. You don't gotta be fake to me. You know what I'm saying? Get out the way. Get out the way. You're out the way. Actually, fuck you. You. What's up? You bad? I'm bad. What's up? You know what I'm saying? You good? You eat. You drink. You smoke a little. You go outside. You feeling good? You feeling nice? You putting that shit on. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Looking cute. Yeah, I feel really good about this video. But yeah, I'm not a man hater. I don't hate niggas. I just know my spirit is not letting me fuck with no nigga in this lifetime. I think something happened in my previous life. I think something happened in my previous life. And I just been like, fuck all niggas, actually. Yeah, but not like that, because I've had like really close relationship with men. Don't get me wrong. But as far as dating, yeah. And I think I just had too many experiences of men putting themselves on me, or like being predatory, that it made me feel like I had to be with a man, or get with a man, or experience a man, or have a dick inside of me, a physical, real dick inside of me. And it's like I don't have to do anything I don't want to do, and I don't have to subscribe or conform to that way of living, especially when I'm on a different trajectory spiritually. I vibrate in and out of the masculine realm and the feminine realm seamlessly, and I just feel like I'm a divine representation of both man and woman. But I do have boobs and I do have a coochie, so I ended up becoming a woman, being blessed to be a woman, super grateful to be a woman, have a womb, all the things, you know what I'm saying? If I'm ready to have a child, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, how, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely kind of am leaning more into that gender fluid bag. I love that non-binary and gender fluidity. I really look up to like Janelle Monáe, Bretman Rock, and what's the name of the two? Both that are very fucking spiritual, very fucking influential, and you know, they really set the tone for how the world should be and how you should show up. And regardless of what the world or they put on you, just being centered from within. You know what I'm saying? I want to make another point. I've heard a lot of men say to me, like, "Are you want a woman to be more dominant or more initiative?" You know what I'm saying? You the man, and you want another woman to be, you know, the man. You want to be the woman. I don't like that analogy. I get what you're trying to say, because I know a lot of heterosexual people, you know, straight people, cisgender, non-queer people, like, they don't have the dialect to really convey a message of the gender non-binary, you know what I'm saying? Or like, they don't have the words to really, you know, communicate to you in a way that fully resonates with another queer person. They gotta use what's the most tangible to them, so they know they a man, or they know they a woman. And it's like, okay, it's man and woman, so you act like this thing, I'm gonna just make you like this because you're this, and you act like this thing because this. And they were like, just know you're gonna always need a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if you want to have sex with a man, you're gonna always need a man. And I agree, and I disagree. I think my disagreement is centered around, you know, the fight against patriarchy, you know what I'm saying, and how diluted the world can be when being male-centered. And then the other side of me is like, yeah, actually, you do need a divine femme, you do need a divine masculine, however that may look, however you are presenting. We need both energies to be alive and survive and thrive and coexist and, you know, harmonize. You know what I'm saying? We try to be as balanced as possible with the adjectives pertaining to masculine and feminine. I've learned in recent years, like, or in recent months, like, you can be feminine and not be the person to get stepped on. You know what I'm saying? Or it's always a people pleaser. And I feel like feminine energy, people that are centered around feminine energy, or they appear as feminine, I feel like there's a big ass illusion that like feminine presents to people, or feminine people with people that have feminine energy can't be dainty, nurturing, all these other different things while also having a backbone, and they definitely can still have a backbone and still be feminine. So I just wanted to say that because I'm learning new things every day. I thought, like, I just had, and that's all about decoding, unlearning, unprogramming yourself from the things that the mainstream has taught you. In closing statement, in closing words, my fear of rejection is no longer. I don't want to keep putting that stuff on myself, But I also feel like rejection is beautiful because it opens the door for other things you couldn't even think of, or other people you couldn't even think of, or people to come into your vortex and your atmosphere that you wouldn't have thought came into you, that will come into your orbit. Life is like a video game. It's like if you go left, and then you learn those lessons. If you go right, you learn those lessons. You can't go in the middle. You got to pick, and then whatever path you go, you learn it. Hopefully, eventually you learn that lesson, and you come right back around full circle. And I feel like that's what's going on with me. I'm learning so many different lessons from the people I'm around, and they reflect so much back to me that it makes me feel like I can't do nothing but stand in my truth and sit in my power and love myself for who I am through and through. It's sounding really good. All right, so it's your girl, T-Light. And yeah, we're back on another one. I hope you enjoy. Look at the sun. Fire. Trees and the bees and the bees and the days. They. That's me. Hello. Alright, we out. Peace to y'all. I hope you have an excellent rest of y'all day. And we chat soon.